I want to share a story tonight, and it's about a man who showed me his love for God to my family at the movies. Okay, so my mom, my grandmother, my sister, my cousin, and I all went to the movies for our girls' day, and we saw Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And on our way out, there's a wishing fountain up there, and we all decided to toss a penny in. Well, my sister overthrew, and it landed on the other side, and a very average-looking guy was sitting on the other side, and he got a hoot out of that and offered her another coin, and she generously gave it back and said that he should make a wish. So he stuck his hand in his other pocket and pulled out something that changed our day completely. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because tonight here with us is the average man that wasn't dressed like a Jehovah's Witness in a suit, shiny shoes, and a tie. He was wearing basketball shorts and a Tasmanian Devil shirt. My friend Terry.
This is very powerful for me. And the person that said turn off the cell phone, you can leave them on if the only song it plays is the Saints Come Marching In, like my phone. All right? It has gone off in our church, so that's good though. But like I said, this is very powerful for me. Carly, you want to come up and start passing out these crosses? Let me go quickly how it began. I was at my church probably 7 or 8 years ago, Hillcrest Methodist Church, right off Nolensville Road at Tusculum, 1 block off up on the hill. And I was in a discipleship class for 38 weeks. The first Monday I went in there, Jim, the guy that was running the class, there was 2 males and 9 females in the class. He handed out 1 cross to each one of us. It was so powerful to me, I showed it to the main pastor at Davidson County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff's Office, Wayne Fleming. He was so impressed with it, he asked me to get 95 of them for the youth in his church. I said, well, let me see what I can do. The next Monday I went in, I said, Jim, where can I buy them? Oh, you can't buy them, my mom makes them. I said, wow, don't worry about it, Jim. And I went back and I told Wayne that next week, sorry, Wayne, I can't get them. Some lady from Alabama makes them. The next Monday I went back, Jim had 115 in a sack, ready for me. And I was just floored. From that point on, Jim, a single man in his mid-50s, his mom would come down to visit 1 week out of every month from Alabama and stay with him. So every 2 or 3 months I'd get a sack of 50 or 60 to start handing out. And that became what I did. Just meeting anywhere, any place. There's over 200 of these handed out in Guatemala, over 400 probably in Ireland. My mother lives in Ireland now. But that's how it all began. When it really went full circle was a year and a half ago. I took a trip with 6 other members of my church to Guatemala, 2 weeks, mid-July. And it was very powerful. We brought 150 crosses that I had made personally. And my wife had converted him into the Spanish prayer. And found out I was about 50 short. We worked on a church there from like 7 in the morning to 2. And then we had vacation Bible school for about 200 young children. So a couple of the other people there started helping me make them. This one lady, Donna Clark, from upstate New York, retired, and her husband Richard were there. And I kind of made a deal with her on the way back. They helped me make the crosses while we were there. We had enough for the kids and the families and stuff like that. But I made a deal with her, if you keep on making them for me, then I'll send you money for them, the postage and everything. Well, she got 4 other people involved. And they made about 2,000 in the first couple of months. She got sick, had a mini stroke and stuff like that, so they had to stop for a while. They had to stop for a long time now. But they made these multicolored crosses for me. The reason why these are red, white, and blue, and when I first started the program at the jail where I work, I just felt that too many people are trying to take God out of this country, and that was my way to put God back into the country. I'll also hand out these colorful ones that young ladies would love. I love to see all these youth here. That's great. It's great. All right, when I got back July 28th, The next day I was telling my wife about Donna Clark, and I think fiance at the time, I'm going to stop saying that, just realized we got married 4 months ago. I told her all about the story as we were driving down the road, and she just came up with the idea, wow, wouldn't it be great if we could send 1,000 of these to the soldiers in Iraq? So I looked at it, I said, yeah, that's a pretty tall order. But then I started thinking about it. I went into work that night. I stayed over the next day. I worked from 11 o'clock at night until 7:30 in the morning for the Davidson County Sheriff's Office. I've been there 19 years. I'm a sergeant. I run one of our facilities out in Hardy. All right, it's the work facility where you see the guys on the trucks out cleaning up Nashville. The guys that go to work that owe child support money and all that stuff. They work their own jobs, come back. There's about 220 males there and about 30 females. And I started thinking about free labor. You know? So I talked to the administrator about it, and they kind of said, go ahead and try it, see what happens, you know? So anyway, I asked for volunteers, and first the females came out doing it for about a month, and for some reason they stopped. There was about 8 or 9 females involved, and why they stopped, I didn't ask why. It was a volunteer program, you know, nobody was getting anything for it. So I had a couple of the males making the crossing, making the plastic, cut the plastic, and they said, why can't we do it? So I said, sure. The females weren't doing it, yeah. But this started August 5th of last year. They started making them the first 1,000. Well, I'll say that in a second. But I called the program at that time, Thinking Positive. And the positive stand for praising our soldiers and their definite victories everywhere. As of right now, the inmates have made over 9,700 of these pocket crossings. The first 1,000 went to Camp Victory in Iraq. 1,500 went to Fort Benning, where they were going to send them to Iraq for me. The National Guard calls me every couple of months for 200 or 300. They send me packages over there. A lot of them have been started. The last 500 went to a church in Memphis. They wanted it for the homeless people, the lady I met and stuff like that, but they're getting spread all over now. I'm very happy about that. My crew right now is a little short. There's like 5 or 6 guys that come out. They make about 50 a night. The most they've ever made in one night is